Good morning. Happy Monday. It is a new week. It is officially, no, I don't know why I say officially. It's not officially anything, but we did just have the time change. So it literally looks so bright outside. Like I woke up and thought I was late because of how bright it was. I'm used to kind of waking up in darkness, which it will be in a few months or a few weeks. I don't know how time works, okay? Don't ask. But anyway, I just wanted to pop on and say hello now because the weather is just beautiful. It's cold. The sky is blue. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The tank is clean. The tank is clean! I quote that not all the time, but like every time that I have quoted it, my students have no clue what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all know what I'm referencing. Finding Nemo. They have no idea. It shocks me how much these kids just don't know about, like, don't fall. About like movies and stuff. And then you fell anyway. How dare you? Hi again. Okay, so I got a Keurig for my birthday because I've been wanting to bring one up to the school on days that I don't have time to make coffee for myself at home. So I'm gonna go set that up. And then I kind of have a lot to do this morning. I need to finalize grades and just make sure that my lesson plans are good and my copies are done. I don't remember what I did on Friday. Okay, so before I do any school stuff, let's go set up that Keurig because your girl needs some coffee. Okay, so I kind of got it to work. I don't know. But I think honestly, I'm probably going to unplug it when I'm not using it, just so nobody is tempted to do anything silly. I have my hot coffee, and I love this Chobani creamer. Honestly, pretty much every flavor that I've tried has been so good. This one is confetti birthday cake because it was my birthday. But I do love this flavor. I love this one. I like just the regular sweet cream. The pumpkin pie was good, but I'm not really a pumpkin pie coffee person. I'm more of a like heavy on the spice, light on the pumpkin. But it was good. And then the cookie dough, I will say, is a little bit artificial tasting, like the most out of all of them. So anyway, I brought my creamer. Oof, that looks so good. And I'm just gonna leave this in the refrigerator in the workroom. That way I can have some every day. Okay, put you right there. All right, there's something about, like, I have an espresso machine. I make lattes almost every day for myself. But there's something about a hot coffee that just, it's different, okay? Sometimes I don't want that much dairy. Sometimes I don't want all that, you know, how sweet it is. Like, the hot coffee is a little bit thinner. It's just not as, it's not as much of a meal to drink. So I've been craving hot coffee for weeks, honestly. Hi. Wow, today was good. It was crazy. I don't know where the time went. It's already almost 4:30, but I am once again leaving with the place a mess. I'm definitely a lot more hands-on now that I have the stations. Also, I'm pretty sure I talked about this, but just in case I haven't, I am doing it where I do a lesson with the entire class, and then basically I start them on the assignment at my table, and they're working on other stuff at other tables. It went well today. My second period, I don't know what to do with them. I just don't know what to do with them at all. They just don't do anything. Pretty impressive how little they do. But anyway, I've just been planning for the rest of this week, next week, updating my slides. I'm just gonna have to come in tomorrow and make my copies because I realized today systems are rough, y'all. Systems of equations are rough. So I am trying to figure out what I can do to make it a little bit more manageable because as of right now, there's very little that they feel confident to do without my help. So I'm trying to scaffold a little bit. And I mean, just my desk is... Maybe one day I will have an organized desk. Today's not that day. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I am so scatterbrained today. Obviously, I didn't even know what day it was. But I just have been slacking on some of my more like administrative duties. So I'm going to write myself a to-do list of things that I need to get done during my conference because if I don't immediately know what to do during my conference, I start like lesson planning further and further out, and it's like, yeah, I have the next 2 weeks planned, but there's other stuff that I need to do. Like, that's not the only thing. So I'm gonna make myself a to-do list. I have my coffee, and I'm ready to, what am I ready to do? Conquer the day. Cheers. Made it to the end of another day. It's actually 4:15. During my conference, Adrian wanted to go ahead and plan through Thanksgiving because it's just this unit, and I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. So I know that I'm good through Thanksgiving, planning-wise. All I have to do is create my slides. And then my to-do list, I already knocked off one thing. The other two things are tidying up my papers because my desk, we don't need to talk about it. This is the worst my desk has been all year, I think. There's just so much. So many papers. Okay. I'm gonna spend just 15 minutes. I'm gonna leave here at 4:30. I'm going to just take care of my contacting parents. I'm gonna do that for the next 15 minutes. And then when I come in tomorrow, we are doing a work day instead of our PLC. So I'm gonna use that to organize all of this. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Literally all day yesterday I thought it was Wednesday, but today's Wednesday. So we did not have a PLC. Well, we had a PLC today, but it was only like 10 minutes because we just had to go over a few things. And then we've been working in our rooms, which is good because since I planned during my conference yesterday, I needed my conference this morning to kind of catch up on things, and I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I cleaned up my desk a little bit, and I kind of organized my papers. Today, during my conference, I am going to, what am I going to do during my, I don't know, we'll see when my conference comes, but more than likely, I think I'm going to try and get my keys done and my copies for the next little bit of time. I'm yet again wanting to change the way I run my classroom. Are y'all getting annoyed with me yet? The kids certainly are. They're so annoyed with me, but I don't care because I'm going to find what works, okay? And they don't have to be happy about it, okay? 2 of my classes set in stone. I'm good. Well, not set in stone, but I'm good with the way I run those classes. Just because they're smaller, I can manage them better, and, you know, It just works. My second period. My problem child. Yeah. I don't know. Hi. It is just about 5:30 and I am just now leaving, but the sun is literally setting. Like, the sun is going down. You probably can't tell because it's setting in that direction. But, like, I'm gonna get home and it's gonna be dark. It is going to be dark when I get home. That makes me so sad. Like, it makes me so happy because it means fall is here, winter is coming, like, but also I just want to go to bed. As soon as it gets dark, I want to go to bed. Anyway, today was fine. My second period had like 6 kids missing, and so it was a lovely experience today because the class was a manageable size and a lot of the instigators of shenanigans were gone. So that was nice. I only had 2 kids come to my tutorials despite so many telling me they were going to come, but I'm just like, whatever. Okay, and now it's time for me to go home because I still have to run when I get home. I definitely am ready for Christmas. Like, I think I might decorate this weekend. Is that crazy? Like, I know I used to be, I think even maybe in a vlog recently, I said that I'm a Christmas starts on Black Friday type of person. But then I realized, why? Why am I that? If I put them up on Black Friday, they're up for a month, 6 weeks max. And Christmas decorations are like my favorite decorations. Also, who cares if my house looks like Christmas? If it makes me happy. And it makes my husband happy. My husband loves Christmas. Anyway, I'm ready for Christmas. And I even started making my December slides because I've been doing a lot of tinkering with my slides. And I think I finally have them a way that I like them. But you know what? That'll probably change a billion times before the year is over because I'm just indecisive. But I started my December slides and they're all like, they're not Christmassy. They're more like wintry, but like the Christmas wintry. So it's like red and green primary color. Like, primarily it's red and green. And then for January, I'm going to do like the blue winter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already thinking ahead to the future because February is going to be Valentine's Day. March is either going to be spring or St. Patrick's Day. I'm not really sure. I'm not a crazy St. Patrick's Day fan, but it's a theme. April is going to be like the pastel spring, kind of giving Easter, you know what I mean? Or it's gonna be like star themed. I'm not doing that. Why would I even say that? I'm literally not doing that. And then May is gonna be summer. Oh my gosh. Making the different slides is one of my favorite. It is like my favorite part of teaching. It makes me so happy. I love making my slides. They're so fun. Does anyone notice or appreciate them? No. But do I get great enjoyment out of creating them and looking at them? Yes. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Morning, happy Thursday. Finally, it is Thursday. And I'm just gonna, it's 8:40, so I've already been getting some stuff done today. We just finished up at PLC, but I know I already talked about working your keys last week, but I just have to say again, work your keys. Even if it was created by someone that you trust, even if it was, you know, from a reputable website, whatever, still work your keys because I was just working through mine. This is the one that I changed. But I was working through it and I got to a problem that was about money and the answer was a fraction. It was 1 2/3. How is a burrito going to cost 1 2/3 dollars? Like, just, it's so stupid. So it's just very easy when you're creating problems like that to make a mistake. I went in and fixed it and now all is well in the world. So if you're not working through your keys, also you only have to work through your key once because I'm working through almost all of my keys this year, pretty much all of them, and putting the key aside for next year. So next year I know I've already worked them and I can just look at my key and all the work is there and I know what to expect on that worksheet or whatever. So my little tip of the day. Tomorrow we're taking a quiz. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I have my coffee. This is one of the best decisions I've ever made, because on days that I'm running late, I used to have to just go without coffee or stop and get like an energy drink or something on the way to work, or just do without. But now, if I'm running late, I just get coffee at work. Also, right now I'm not even making coffee at home because I have an espresso machine and I'm out of beans. So I don't know what I'm gonna do this weekend because I don't have any beans, so I'm not gonna be able to make coffee on the weekend because I'm leaving my Keurig here. So yesterday we had a lockdown drill, and I knew it was a drill because it said drill. Like, our phones, they don't do anything over the announcements for drills except for like the fire drill, the fire alarm goes off. But for the lockdown, my smart board shut off, like it switched to the lockdown like screen, and my phone started going
drill, drill, locks, lights, out of sight, drill, drill.
And I was like, okay. So it was my well-behaved class, thankfully. So I don't have a cover for my window, like for my door window. And I also have those huge 2 floor-to-ceiling windows over there. So I already know there's just simply no way. There's nowhere in the room for them to go where we're out of sight. So I was like, okay, whatever, just get in the back of the room. And I kind of just ignored those 2 windows over there because I was like, if someone sees us from outside, like I have the like shade drawn, so I'm like, I don't know how much that actually blocks sight or whatever. Hopefully a lot. So I was like, don't worry about those. But if where you're at you can see out of the window in the door, then anyone outside looking in can see you. So make sure that where you're at you can't see out the door window. Well, I turn around for a second to go turn off the light. That's what I went over, and I turned off the light, and I came back and there were like 7 people crammed in here in my desk area, sitting in my chair. They had stools. They were all just like piled on top of each other because they were like, we could see the window over there. And I'm like, you know what? I did tell you to do that, so you're fine. This is fine. And we just all sat and talked, and I could see out the window because I was like, I know it's a drill, I'm not, whatever. So I saw one of the APs walking past to like, because they always check that everyone's doing it. So basically as soon as the lockdown started, he walked past and walked back because I'm at the end of a hallway. So he walked and walked back. And I was like, we're good. No one else is coming to check on us. We did what we were supposed to do. So we were still staying quiet, but we were just kind of chilling. And it was pretty fun. Totally derailed the lesson, but I didn't mind. I like that better than a fire drill. Oh, and tornado drills? Oh, I hate them so much. Oh, I hate them. Hello, it's like 4:20, and I think I'm gonna go home. So I did not really check in with you much today. It was fine today. It was exhausting. I'm just very, very tired, low energy today, so I didn't really feel like talking. But I did get a ton of organizing done. I did all of my keys, and I set aside my copies for tomorrow that I need to print. I'm just printing out a multiplication chart because they're not allowed to use calculators tomorrow on the quiz. So I'm going to give them a multiplication chart so they hopefully don't fail it. And then the quiz, and then there's a little mini lesson after the quiz, which is just going to be like, hey, here's how you can find the system, like solutions to a system on Canvas on Desmos. My 4th period was super chill, and like my 4th period was working, okay? So my 2nd and 3rd were kind of crazy today. But then my 4th period, I was like, hey, because I have like my teacher table, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna do like actual stations today because I just want to let y'all like get stuff done. So if you want my help, come to my table. If you're good, go back to your seat. And then like they can just, as needed, come sit with me. And it worked out so well. I had some kids who sat with me the entire period and they got all their work done. And then I had others that figured it out on their own. They were fine, like just the lesson was enough, or they would get stuck, come get help, and then go back to their seat. Like it just worked really well. So obviously that won't work every day. It won't work for every lesson, but I always like finding new options on how to run my class. Updated my notebook. Look how thick it is. And we're not even halfway through the year. Like, that's crazy. Am I gonna have to get, no, I won't have to get another notebook actually. Because we don't put any notes in here in the fourth 9 weeks. Because believe it or not, the fourth 9 weeks is just star review. I remember what it was. I knew I had something to say. And I remembered because as I left, I walked by our classroom. But today, in between second and third period, I had to run to the workroom, which is literally just across the hall from me, so it's not a big deal. But I had to run in there. Oh wait, no. Okay, I did have to do that, but that's not when this happened. Before second period, I had to use the bathroom. So I went and used the bathroom that is in the workroom. And as I came out of the workroom, another teacher came full speed around the corner, because it's like, you basically have to U-turn to get to the bathroom, and like there's the door. So as I came out, she was walking towards me, and she grabs me and just screams, like full volume screams, because she's so taken aback. It was hilarious, because at first I was like I couldn't tell, because I was shocked too, you know. It was very surprising to run into someone after being in the bathroom, but I couldn't tell if she was just like screaming to be silly or if she was genuinely scared. No, I genuinely freaked her out. Like, I got the drop on her somehow. It's Friday. Hello. Happy Friday. Good morning. I got in this morning and went to make my copies that I had set out yesterday, and it kept saying invalidated user, job canceled or whatever. And I was like, this is literally perfect. Like, why? What is going on? And my school doesn't do like copy limits. I know some districts do that, or some schools do that. Thankfully, we do not. So I was like, I know it's not that. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I went and talked to another teacher about it, and she was like, oh, well, did you just like sign out and sign back in? And I was like, no, I didn't think about that. I signed out and signed back in, and it worked. Oh, we were freaking out because I needed to print the quiz for today. And then I got a bunch of stuff scheduled for today while I'm at work. We have some people coming to look at the house, because since it was a new build, we were within warranty. It was like the 60-day warranty. So we have some people coming out to look at a few things. So I got that scheduled. So I'm just feeling on top of the world right now. Y'all, I don't know how this happened, but it is 4:50. I definitely let the time get away from me. I thought I was very productive. I got a lot of things done, including I filmed yet another short. Can you guys believe it? I am not a short form content girly, but I'm trying, okay? So it is time for me to go home. Today was fine. We just did the quiz, nothing really to report. So I guess I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, go ahead and like it. Comment down any of your thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, encouragements, as always. And make sure that you subscribe so that I can see you in the next one. Mwah.